Well, Jim, welcome back to 1986. And I guess it wasn't too far from the memory bank since you had two of your 86 Yamaha Works bikes still sitting in the garage. And I'll tell you what, I think these bikes probably adapt to this track a little bit better than the modern bikes, because this place is gnarly. This is the real deal. This is 1986 Anaheim back to life.
Well, you know, in talking to some of the riders there today, they said, you know, you guys actually rode this? I go, yeah, the jumps were that steep back then. And, you know, you guys get the luxury of riding them on modern bikes. We had to ride these 86s here, and, you know, as you see, they vibrate, they smoke a little bit, but it was fun. It was nice to come into the first turn there, and, you know, you get a real sense of the power when they're going to come off of the last turn back onto the straightaway. I mean, there's a jump in the middle of the starting line. You come into the first turn, it's a right-hander. I mean, you're trying to brake and get in and put your foot down and everything, so it's going to be tough for the guys here tonight. A lot of sand. There's all this section here is all sand. I mean, it's going to be hard for the guys. And, you know, the other thing that's going to be hard is some of the guys are wearing retro gear. So back then, the product, you know, doesn't stick to the seat so much, so you slip around. And but it'll be fun tonight. I think that a lot of the guys want to just get out of here with points. I don't think they want to have anything happen, but, you know, I think it's going to be great racing here at Retro.
Well, you know, we were worried because we were pumped on it. Certainly you were. You raced back then. I'm a fan. Everybody talks about how great the racing was in the 80s, but I think what everyone was worried about was this something the riders would get into, considering James Stewart, our Supercross champ, is the same age as this event. You know, this is kind of before the era of a lot of these modern racers, but it looks like now they're wearing wigs, they're wearing costumes, retro gear. I think they're getting into it.
Well, they're having fun. I mean, most definitely they are getting into it. The thing I liked is a lot of the lights riders that we talked to. I mean, they weren't even born in the 80s, you know. I mean, it's just something like that. But we had a chance to have these bikes out on there, and they looked at them. You know, you can see that, you know, the forks, they're not upside down forks. The bottom of the fork sticks down when you get ruts. That's real hard. You know, there's a drum brake in the rear. There's no disc in the rear.
Yeah, I noticed going into that turn.
Yeah, you drifted in about 10 more extra feet than you wanted to. But, you know, and the front brake disc, you know, that's like something that would be on a mountain bike now, you know. Just a lot of the different changes, you know, steel handlebars. I mean, you feel the vibration of these motorcycles going through, but, you know, I think the guys they'll be all right. You know, the thing about it is, like, back when this was a triple, now you look at the four strokes and the power that they have and the torque, that they can probably quad something that was only a triple back then. So, you know, it'll be interesting. I can't wait till the first lap of practice to see, and we'll get back with everybody who's listening and watching in and give them an update.
Yeah, but you got an open two-stroke, boss. You got some power and torque underneath that seat.
Yeah, this is an old 490. I mean, yeah, this actually, you know, I remember Ken Worthy's, the Ohio track. That was a lot like an outdoor Supercross, a lot of the people claimed. And the first year I went there, I was on this 490. But, you know, I just got to give it up to Richard Epper. You know, he actually drug these out of the barn for me and dusted them off. And he's probably spent about 15 hours getting these things ready for us to do this little demo. But it was fun. You know, I kind of wish I'd maybe go the whole track.
Yeah, you do. I'm glad that I kept Richard's handiwork clean and intact. We'll be back with more all this afternoon and, of course, in tonight on supercrossonline.com. It's Retro Night. It's only going to come once, so stay tuned with us all day long.